So, you know what, let's talk about, primarily the first half, because that first half that I watched was abysmal. It was horrible. The only bright side about the first half was Stephen Curry. Aside from that, awful. Terrible basketball being played by the United States. Terrible defense being played by the United States. Like, that is one of the things that I did not expect the United States to really lack at. Like, there was no effort on the defensive side of the ball in the first half. Zero. No one was making rotations. People were letting the players shoot, and Serbia was burning them. Like, every single time a player even had like a smidge little bit of room, just a little bit of room, they would shoot and they would make the shot. It was appalling, and it was like every single time, it's like, what they were doing, but for some reason the United States was just so lazy they didn't want to contest it, and it baffled me. It really confused me, because it's like, what are we doing out there? Why are we not playing defense? Like, that's literally half the game. It's played on the other side of the court. I mean, for good teams, a little bit less than half, because you spend more time on offense, sure. But half the game is on the defensive side of the court. And we were not taking that half seriously at all. And it costed us. Another thing that costed us was, oh my gosh, Steve Kerr's rotations are horrible. They are horrible. I said it in the mic so that way all of you guys can hear it. Horrible. One of the things that Serbia was doing very well in this game was abusing the height mismatch. And, if only the United States had, I don't know, a 6'10 small forward that can play pretty good defense and has some pretty decent length to combat their, tall, and like to combat their height and just the advantage that they had on the guards. Oh, wait! We do! Jayson Tatum! You guys remember him? The 6'10 small forward that can play defense? Yeah, apparently Steve Kerr forgot all about him. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what was wrong with him, but for some reason, Jayson Tatum did not play in this game. Why? There was no reason for him not to. Serbia, throughout the entirety of this game, was abusing the height mismatch, was abusing the fact that these three-point shooters can just shoot over Steph, can shoot over Drew Holiday, can shoot over Derek White, can shoot over Devin Booker. They could shoot over every single guard that was on the team. Why are you using Devin Booker to play defense late in the stretch when you have Jayson Tatum, a 6'10 small forward, that can actually contest Boban Bogdanovic? It doesn't make any sense to me. It genuinely does not make any sense. I don't know what Steve Kerr has been doing. I don't know if this is just a master plan that he has, but this was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm sure a lot of you guys might, in the comments, you guys might be like, oh, but Tyrese Halliburton didn't play either. Why aren't you talking about him? Tyrese Halliburton shouldn't even be on the Olympic team. If we are being so for real, Halliburton does not deserve that Olympic roster spot at all. Oh my lord, I don't know how he made it on the team. It should have been Kyrie. Genuinely should have been Kyrie. But it really, these games, they just show that Halliburton doesn't belong on the team. Because it's like, he is so underutilized. I haven't seen him play a single game yet. I barely see him touch the court. And it just goes to show you just how meaningless he is for the team. And, that's for lack of a better term. No player is meaningless, believe me. But it's that's sort of what it feels like. And that's the vibe that I'm getting. And Jayson Tatum should not be in that conversation of being useless for the United States roster. He is so much more talented than that. And I know I'm probably making TJ very happy right now with these with the Tatum praise, but it's half of his game, half of the reason why he's so competent is because not only is his offense all right, but his defense is also pretty good too. That's one of the things, obviously he molds his game after Kobe, and one of the things that Kobe took very seriously was defense. And I have a feeling that in this game, like, if he were to play in this game, he would have defended the ever-living life out of everybody on the court. He would have played with hustle. He would have played with heart. I don't know why he was benched in this game. And he wasn't happy at all with being benched in this game. Like, he was furious as he walked off the floor following the win. And, I mean, I would be furious, too, because it's like, he's 6'10", and he would definitely help on the perimeter, but no, let's continue playing Jrue Holiday, who for some reason had 20 minutes in this game. Doesn't make any sense. 0 sense was made in this game. And to make matters worse, Devin Booker, the one guy on the, like, he's not even known for defense. He's known for scoring, and guess what they used him for? Defense. Late in the game, like, Jokic was getting switched, like, he was switching on Jokic every single time. Now, tell me, why is Devin Booker switching on Jokic? You realize that Jayson Tatum can guard Jokic better than Devin Booker can, right? Like, why? Why are we even bothering going through this? It doesn't make any sense. These lineups are atrocious. This rotation is bad. I hope that Steve Kerr never, ever coaches for the United States ever again, because this is awful. In fact, this is probably going to be, if he coaches for FIBA, I think we're losing. I think we are losing if he coaches for FIBA, because there is no way that anyone in their right mind can make these kinds of rotations. Like, there are more players to use than just Jrue Holiday and Derek White. Why are you doing this? Like, it has to be some sort of agenda, because it doesn't make any sense how he's not playing Jayson Tatum. Like, what did he expect Tatum to do? Not, like, just take over the game? Like, why does he not? I don't understand. The only viable, I guess I could, like, solution is the one that I mentioned in the previous podcast, where he's trying to, derail the chemistry of the Boston Celtics, or he thinks that Tatum is a liability, which I don't think is true in the slightest. Tatum is not going to be a liability for your team down in the stretch. Like, I don't know, maybe, like, he thought that his Kobe fandom is going to get at him and be like, oh, I need to take the last shot. I gotta do this. But no, I don't think that would have happened. I genuinely don't think that would have happened. Like, he would have been a much better defender than Devin Booker and anyone else on the court. It doesn't make any sense why this man wasn't playing in this game. Steve Kerr is ridiculously lucky that this game wasn't a United States loss, because that's what it was looking like for a majority of this game. If it wasn't for Steph, if it wasn't for LeBron, if it wasn't for Kevin Durant saving this man's legacy, he would have been fired on the spot. I am sorry to say this. Anyone on the internet can do a better job at coaching this team than Steve Kerr. This is what it feels like, and I am sorry that, like, it's a little bit rude, given how, and it's also kind of mean saying that about somebody who has 4 championship rings and more as a player, but this move just doesn't make any sense. It genuinely doesn't. Like, I don't know how you can, in your right mind, not play Jayson Tatum in this kind of game. I don't know how in your right mind you can do that. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that Tatum should never have been playing? Do you guys think that, Steve Kerr is doing all right with the rotations? Because, I mean, in my opinion, this game should never have been close. We did not assemble an Avengers team for this game to be close. No, sir, we did not. And now, this is only scaring me for the future, because I have no idea how the United States is going to perform against France. Like, with the height advantage that France has, shoot, Jrue Holiday is going to play 30 minutes in this game. It's just, it is appalling. And it hurts me. It hurts me how this is just how the lineups are working and how the rotations are working. It genuinely hurts me, because these games are close for no reason. But I rest my case. Now, with that out of the way, we can go ahead and go into the third segment, where I talk about the Christmas Day games. They've just recently been revealed. The schedule for these games have been revealed. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk a little bit about that in the third segment. So be sure to stay tuned for that right after this short break.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.